So Morgan Wallen and Tom Brady played a golf match on Tom Brady's YouTube channel, which I just thought was awesome. It goes to show you again, a lot of these celebrities or influencers or whoever are really getting into the golf world and the YouTube golf.
It's huge. I mean, and it's an easy thing to do and execute. And honestly, it for somebody like Tom Brady especially, who people just associate him with, being this robot, what a great thing to just, show him out on the course.
He's been blowing up on YouTube, yeah.
Right, just being a regular guy. Morgan Wallen is so hot right now. He released it right around the time Morgan released, 57 new songs. I'm kidding, 37 new songs with his album. But plus, they did it at Morgan's home club. He's at Troubadour, right there just outside of Nashville, which I've heard
it's great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Well, and Morgan said he hasn't played much golf. He's been out turkey hunting or whatever he said, and hasn't really played too much. So he's a little rusty. But they played. Morgan beat him. Played well, and it was interesting too. Morgan said that, look, both these guys are clearly good golfers. Morgan said that if he's playing well, he's going to shoot 77, 78 on a normal day. So he seems like he's a pretty good player. Had a good swing, and went and beat Tom Brady. How cool would that be to beat Tom Brady in anything?
That'd be unbelievable. They both work with the same golf instructor, if I'm not mistaken, as well. I can't remember his name. I follow him on Instagram, but he's married to Alexandra O'Loughlin, the NBC golf influencer, reporter, whatever you want to call it. But I think they both live right there on Troubadour. So interesting too that you have the golf coach who works with both of them, going in a match, and Morgan ends up winning. I think they joked that he gave him better advice or something like that too. So that's great.
I loved the jersey swap after where Morgan signed a guitar and Brady signed his jersey, and they gave. That's so cool. And I will say, obviously, again, both are great players, and both are legends in their own right. They really are. And Morgan absolutely is well on his way to being a legend in terms of all-time country. I mean, just hit after hit after hit. It's crazy. I introduced you to Morgan Wallen music.
Right, for sure. So. Yeah.
But by far my favorite part of the video was when he was up, I think up 2 on Brady or something, and Brady kind of hit one over, kind of in trouble or whatever, and they were just talking, and Brady said, I'm still in this, don't count me out yet. And Morgan looked at him and said, you're literally the last guy in the world I would ever count out. Obviously referencing the 28-3 in the Super Bowl and whatnot. But I can't imagine that moment either. If Tom Brady looks at you and says, "Hey, don't count me out yet," like, of course, why would you ever count Tom Brady out with anything after the career that he had? So that's so cool. I think to see what golf does in terms of bringing out a fun side of people, and also bringing out, quite frankly, a competitive side for a lot of the former athletes that are getting into the game, looking for more to do. We've talked about Michael Jordan at length, Ken Griffey Jr., a lot of these guys that pick up golf after their career because it gives them a way to still be athletic but competitive.
No, 100%. I think that's a huge part of it. I also think, too, just from an entertainment and watchability standpoint, God, how much better is it to watch a fully produced, edited, pieced together YouTube video, as opposed to, imagine if they did a primetime Tom Brady versus Morgan Wallen at Troubadour live on, Golf Channel or whatever it was. It's just not going to be as good. It's going to be too long. Like, we've talked about this before. The fact that you can have these, lengthy 18-hole, YouTube videos, and it's an hour. It's an hour and 20 minutes, and you get to hear all of the best stuff and the best conversations, and you see a lot of the shots coming up together pretty quickly, as opposed to those long drives up, to the fairway after you hit the ball out there off the tee or whatever it may be. Like, you can digest a quick video like that in 10 minutes.
Yep.
That's so much more enjoyable.
Well, and it's a lot of people, I think, just go home and put on YouTube as if it is TV.
Right.
And it's almost like a feature. It's like a documentary or a movie, whatever it is. And, yeah, it brings out a different side of these guys, and they absolutely show personality. And you're right, it is very well produced. And you learn stuff. You're entertained by stuff. It's cool. It's fun to see Tom Brady and Morgan Wallen playing catch with a football, or talking about, hey, is it tough to play guitar? It almost, again,
two titans in completely different industries. Yeah.
And it almost makes them more relatable too. Someone who like Morgan Wallen, who obviously he's not a football player, although he played baseball, obviously, growing up or whatever, right? But to hear him just ask a question to Brady about something just casual, or for Brady to say, hey, is it tough to play guitar? A normal person question coming from these almost guys that are on another planet in terms of how we kind of view them, in their craft.
It creates a relatability that they both, let's be honest, they probably both need in different ways, at a certain point. But, like, there's nothing better. The only thing that was missing, really, from the video was, like Morgan's signature walkout.
That would have been great.
They should have recorded a walkout, going to the first tee or something like that. But other than that, I mean, what a great video.
Yeah. No, and I'm very curious to see how many more athletes get into this YouTube golf game. And just people in general, what Bryson's doing in terms of all the crazy stuff he's always filming and looking for the next thing.
And still playing at a high level.
Right.
It's not, I mean, you would talk to a traditionalist in golf and you would think that what Bryson's doing is just a waste of time, a distraction. It's going to inhibit his ability to, compete for major championships and everything like that. If anything, it's made him better.
Yeah.
Allowing him to just be free and get some of that creativity and, some of his, I don't want to say weirdness, but just different energy out, on the YouTube golf scene versus how serious it gets within the ropes. I think it's relaxed him and made him a better player overall.
Yeah, it's good to watch, and like you said, the produced pieces are good because it condenses stuff too. It's not the Capital One match where they're just filling time forever.
It's just not good.
They're picking the best stuff. They're picking the best conversations in the cart, the best questions. Bryson does a great job with it. With even the Stafford one, I thought did a great job with intentionally, almost asking headline type questions. Hey, what's besides winning the Super Bowl? What's the biggest thing you've done in your career? He's almost prepared. Mm-hmm. I'm sure he is prepared.
Oh yeah.
With questions to ask. But it's really interesting to see all these influencers and athletes, or like Ronaldo or Brady with their YouTube channels. And I also give Mr. Beast a lot of credit because they're all taken after him. Look at the thumbnails, look at the titles of, direct titles, can I beat Bryson in golf? And it's a Brady video and a thumbnail of them too. Like it's really just the same type of concept across all these different channels. It's just a matter of who can produce it the best and who can get the best guests on and who can be the most entertaining. Because if you're a certain level of influencer or celebrity or former athlete, you can easily, maybe easily isn't the right word, but you have the opportunity, if you have the right producers, the right hires, whatever, you easily have the right opportunity to grow a huge YouTube channel. Right
and
now.
Feed the algorithm, and then all of a sudden they're begging for it. People who watch YouTube are begging for it. I like to toss on YouTube and let the algorithm dazzle me. Like dance for me a little bit. Find something that I'm going to be dialed in on based on the fact that I watch Morgan Wallen music videos and I watch YouTube golf videos and I watch news videos, whatever it may be. Like, Give me something good here that really ties in all of those interests I have.
And Gary Vee talks about a lot. TikTok completely changed it for every platform. It used to be on every platform where, hey, whoever has the most followers, your stuff's going to be shown to your followers, and it's going to be shown to a percentage of them. And if those small percentage watch your video, it'll be shown to the rest of your followers. Now it's gone to complete just interest-based content, where you have people that within the first 3, 4, 5 videos they ever post, will go absolute viral because it's an interest-based one that just catches and it's the right stuff with the algorithm and just goes. So it's a totally different game now with just the interest-based, I think, content, which will only continue. But yeah, definitely would love to see more. Maybe Morgan Wallen should really get into YouTube more and just catalog his life.
That'd be great. Why not?
He seems like he wants a little privacy, but
a little bit.
But no, that should be fun to. And again, both seem like great players, and definitely would love to see a rematch, and also in general just see who Brady will also challenge.
Well, this is a perfect example too of something we've talked about, like a great opportunity for TGL. Why isn't
Yeah.
somebody like JT getting Morgan Wallen to come and play with their team or hit a few shots with their team
Right.
in one of those rounds in the TGL. There was the Pro-Am leading up to the Memorial this past week. I mean, there was celebrities all over the place, and
Yeah.
some of the content that they should
Right.
be able to get from interactions like that and miking some of those guys up. I mean, that's where it's at. And
Yeah.
like a lot of these golfers need to be more open to not full on Bryson, but like, guys, you should be willing to do 3 holes playing with somebody and just good interaction.
And you know who's at fault? It all starts with the PGA Tour with what they've done over the years, and they've been we've dealt with it. They've been so strict about cameras inside the ropes and not allowing stuff, and the PGA Tour has done such a terrible job of not leaning into it and really being anti-content, quite frankly. Now even to the point where they're upset that guys that are playing with Live, the influencers are playing with Live and stuff like that. The PGA Tour, it's like they don't go all in. They try to do this creator stuff, but then Live does it better, or these other platforms do it better. You're totally right. If they just lean into it and latch on, it brings more people into the game. You want to talk about the cliche of growing the game. Doing stuff like that will bring more people into the game.
Yep.
If you tie these celebrities, especially with the algorithm, it's full circle to this discussion. If you tie these celebrities into something like TGL and just content in general, it's going to start feeding it to all their fans. It's going to get more people interested. It's going to be that that whole, hey, now all of a sudden Taylor Swift fans are Chief fans type thing. If you bring people into your world like that and connect them, the algorithm's gonna fly with it. So I hope I'm not overly optimistic just with how it's been the past couple of years, but I hope the PGA Tour will start really leaning into it more.
Well, I think there could be a shift in general. Like I mean, even the Golf Channel. Why isn't the Golf Channel coming to an agreement with some of these huge YouTube platforms to stream their videos on the Golf Channel? Like, do you really think that people are sitting down watching the Golf Channel and want to watch, constant instructional videos and like breaking down, getting technical? No. Why wouldn't the Golf Channel go to Grant Horvat and say, hey, let's figure out a rev share, but we want to play this on Tuesday nights at 7:00. Your next match with Scotty Scheffler. I'm not trying to make Grant Horvat more money, but like you put those guys or Bob Does Sports on the Golf Channel, watch their ratings shoot through the roof because it's such good, well-produced content.
And the PGA Tour is like just so against it too. If in this video right now, if we embedded so much as 10, 15 seconds of a clip from the PGA Tour's website,
be beheaded.
They would be automatically flagged because the PGA. It's probably going to be flagged just because we're verbally saying this. It's going to be automatically flagged because the PGA Tour is they police it so much with any of their video content. It's the wrong way to do it, and someone like Grant literally doesn't care if people clip and post his content because it all helps him. I think it's a lot of these influencers don't care about all the Opus clip type people where they're just clipping all of their podcasts and posting it and even making money off of it because it all just helps him.
Totally agree. Yeah.
But drop your comments below, Morgan Wallen, Tom Brady, and anything else you want to weigh in regarding the whole influencer golf world that we're living in.